I cannot believe I got hoodwinked. I got fucking swindled because this movie fucking sucks. Ugh, God. I got tricked. And let me explain why I got fucking tricked. Okay, so to start off, when I saw this movie, I didn't see the movie on TV, but I saw the trailer of this movie on TV, and I was like, this is some generic, stupid fucking bullshit. And I was right, but after I saw a Pacific director's name pop on the screen, it said, a John Woo film. And I was like, holy shit, John Woo is back? He's making another action-packed movie? Oh man, I gotta go fucking see this. I gotta go see it tonight. Holy shit, I'm gonna get my jacket, put my shit on. Oh, I'm going out there right now. I'm gonna see it. Right fucking now, I'm gonna go see this movie. And then I get there. It's so fucking boring. Holy fucking shit. Oh man, that show was a fucking snoozeville. I'm like, John Woo directing this shit? And the producer of John Wick also worked on this movie? You got this shit? I mean, look, I like a couple of ideas that they have in this movie, like Joel Kinnaman. Yeah, he's the main role of this movie. He's the main star. I'm like, of all people, they picked Joel Kinnaman, the guy playing that shitty RoboCop movie, the remake. He was in the shitty remake of RoboCop. He played RoboCop. They got him as the main lead. Out of all people they could find, they went with him. He looks like a fucking drug addict. He looks like he's on drugs in this movie. He just looks like it. I'm not saying like his character is on drugs, but he just looks like he does a lot of meth. I'm like, out of all people, they went with him to be the main lead, the main hero. Out of all people, I don't know. I don't know what John Woo is doing. Just like with Walter Hill, when he came on that new movie last year or 2 years ago, some Western garbage. I don't get what's wrong with these directors. Martin Scorsese still come out with fucking masterpieces. He's old as shit. But you got like John Woo and Walter Hill, that they're old as hell and they're making shitty movies. I'm not saying this movie's like really bad or really good. It's like in between. It's like alright. But it has a lot of issues. I was like, John Woo's back after so many years. He's finally back making another action-packed movie. He had shit like fucking Hard Target and Hard Boiled and what's those other fucking ones he had? That was great too. What's the other ones? Bullet to the Head, I think the other one's called. And he had the other movie where with another movie with Chow Yun Fat. It was another one too. It was a great film with him too. The man was the king of action movies. He was the king of action movies. Then all of a sudden this shit came out, and I'm like, I mean, it had its moments of John Woo action, but not all the time. The movie had its ups and downs where it gets really great, then it gets really boring, then it gets really good, then it gets really boring. It's like on and off. It's like you're on a boat and the boat keeps moving up and down because it's a big high tide of the water hitting the boat and make you feel all fucking sick out of your fucking mind. You're throwing up and all of a sudden you feel okay, then you throw up again. Like, bleh. It's like, I don't know about this movie. Like, and the movie is called Silent Night, and the whole movie is silent. And I thought it's just Joel Kinnaman silent, but everybody's silent. It's not just Joel Kinnaman. Everybody's silent. I'm like, why the fuck is everybody silent? I thought only he is silent. But his wife's quiet. His detective is quiet. Everybody's quiet. Nobody really talks in this movie. They're all just texting each other and shit. I'm like, I understand the movie's called Silent Night, but is he supposed to be the only one that's not talking because he lost his vocal cords? Because he gets shot in the throat and he almost dies, but he gets saved and he gets surgery on his throat and he's fine. But he can't talk. But somehow everyone else don't talk either. Which that confuses me. It really does. But whatever the case may be, let's talk about the story for right now. So the story is basically a revenge movie. It's basically a mix of The Punisher and Max Payne. And I say that because Joel Kinnaman dressed like the Punisher, and he's revenging his son getting killed by this random gang having a drive-by shootout with each other, while he was having fun with his son outside playing well, he was like, his son was riding on a fucking bicycle, a little baby bicycle. He's like, I think he's like 8 years old or something like that. And he was having fun with his kid, with his wife, and all of a sudden this drive-by shootout happened, and this kid actually gets shot by one of the gangsters while they're driving by shooting each other in the car. And his son dies, and Joel Kinnaman gets fucking rages and anger and pissed off, and he chases after him and whatnot. So it's basically a mix of The Punisher and Max Payne. And I say Max Payne because the black guy, who he plays a detective in this movie, he acts like Max Payne. I'm not saying not like fully like Max Payne, but he shoots his guns like Max Payne in this movie. So he's basically a black Max Payne. That actually would have been really great if John Woo had the rights to Punisher and Max Payne. He made a movie called Punisher. No, not Punisher. Max Payne the Punisher. You know how great that would have been? You know how much money that fucking movie would have made if he actually did that shit? It would be so much fucking money. Like, holy shit. It'd be like $1 billion in a fucking box office, man. Hell fucking yeah. He should have just did that and did this horse shit. Fucking Silent Night. Everybody's silent in this movie. It's not just Joel Kid of Titties. Everybody is fucking silent in this movie. I don't get it. I watched the movie because I thought he just silent only. But no, everybody's silent. Everybody's quiet. Nobody really talks. The only thing I heard somebody really talk is someone says, fuck you, to Joel Kid of Titties' face. And he started beating the shit out of him. That's it. When the gang members tell Joel Kid of Titties to fuck himself, and he starts beating his ass. That's it. That's really much you can hear with this besides him screaming like an idiot. Oh, man. It says a John Woo film. I'm like, oh man, John Woo's back. He's making another action movie. And I go watch this horse shit. Most of the time, this is a fucking crybaby sitting in the room crying about his son getting killed. It says do something about it. He's like, my son's dead. Go out there and do something, you fucking idiot. Don't fucking cry about it all day. And he starts doing shit. He starts like working out, and he starts writing on the calendar and saying, this is the day I'm gonna fucking kill these motherfuckers. All gonna die. He wrote on the Christmas Eve and then 24th of Christmas Eve. It was like in May when he did that shit or something like that, or the spring. Somewhere in the spring he did that. And months go by, he's still training, he's still learning how to fight, how to use a combat knife. He's working out a lot, this and that. He learned how to shoot a gun. He still sucks ass shooting a gun. Then he gets better at it, but he still sucks balls at fighting, which we're going to get to that soon. He still sucks ass at fighting. We're gonna get to that later on. I don't know why he didn't like go learn like martial arts or something like that, like judo or karate or something like that. I don't know why he didn't go do some shit like that instead of just learning basic fucking fighting mechanics. I don't get why he just did like regular fighting for. He should just want to go learn some martial arts or something. He probably think it will take up too much time or something like that, some bullshit or whatever. I don't think it'll take up that much time. Learn some kind of martial arts, you idiot. Which he doesn't even do that. So he just knows like basic fighting, basic brawling and shit. It's basically all he knows. So yeah, he learns, he starts training and stuff like that. He somehow he knows where these people are at. Oh yeah, no. He went to the police department and he makes this phony call. He wants to meet the detective, and he goes in there, sitting there for a while. He starts taking pictures of the wanted guys on the wall that killed his boy, his little son. Taking pictures of the guy who did it, this and that. Then he leaves the office. The black guy comes into the office, wondering where he's at. He sees him in the elevator leaving. Joel Kid of Titties just waves at him. He just leaves. I don't think he waves at him. I'm just making that up. He just waves at him. He leaves and he gets all the information. And later on, he goes stay on top of the roof, looking through binoculars. Well, not binoculars. He's taking pictures of this Hispanic guy and this woman about to fuck each other. I'm like, he's like taking so many pictures of that too. He's like, oh yeah, this is fucking hot. You can take so many pictures. I'm like, Jesus Christ, not that fucking special. Nobody's taking any clothes off, you idiot. Like, this guy's like all horned the fuck up. Dude, you have a wife. Go fuck her. Go make another kid. Like, you kidding me with that shit? He's like taking so many pictures. Like, oh man, this is hot. Watch this fucking drug addict scumbag piece of shit ready to fuck this drugged up fucking hoe. He's like taking pictures, like, oh man, this is hot. Oh yeah. I'm like, are you kidding me with this shit? You got a fucking decent looking wife. Go home and grab that cake and fuck it. I don't get this guy. Like, You can go make another kid. I mean, it's not that hard. It's very easy. You just grab your wiener and shove it in her, and there you go. Boom. 9 months later, she got another kid. Yeah, but whatever. This guy's fucking weird. So after he's done taking all those porn pictures, he goes back home to jerk off to it. Joel Kinatitties. So Joel goes back home, and it's getting closer and closer to the day he goes to kill them all. And I think it's like the 23rd of December. He decides to kidnap one of the guys who counts the money or something like that. This guy in a suit and tie. But he shows up to his house. Joel Kinatitties shows up to his house, and this dude's like in his fucking PJs and shit. So Joel Kinatitties kidnaps the dude and breaks him to his basement, while his wife is on a trip for her job or something like that. And he fucking ties the dude up, and he starts beating him up and telling him to write everything down on this paper of all the criminal shit that was going on with you and your boys. He was like, no, fuck you. That's the only time you hear a real dialogue in this movie is fuck you. That's it. That's all he says. And he started beating the shit out of the Hispanic guy, or a Chinese guy, whatever the hell he is. Started beating the shit out of him, and like, Joel Kinatitties has a hard time fighting this dude. I'm like, are you kidding me? You're trying to revenge your dead son, but somehow you can't fight for shit. He fights like he's autistic or something. I'm like, what the fuck is Joel Kinnaman doing? Like, what the fuck is he doing? He fight like he's a fucking idiot. He's fighting like his head cut off his head or something like that. He's like a chicken flapping his wings or something. I'm like, he fights like shit. I'm like, come on, dude. He all that training for so many months, he still can't fight for shit. He's struggling, this motherfucker. I don't get it. Dude, like, all of a sudden, he drops off the bad guy at the detective's house, and with a flash drive, and the bad guy gets arrested, and he reads Joel Kinatitties a fucking note saying that you should did this a long time ago, and puts a flash drive in his laptop and look at all the bad guys on the screensaver thing, whatever the case may be, on his laptop, I mean. And Joel Kinatitties drives to the hangout, and the cops are like struggling against the gangsters and shit. I'm like, fucking pathetic. They had the weakest fucking cops in the police force against these fucking thugs. I'm like, this is fucking pathetic. Especially this Chinese cop lady. I'm like, this is pathetic. This is the worst cops I ever seen in my life. Fucking amateurs. This is what they hire for the police force? Fucking wimps. They're a bunch of fucking sissies. They can't even fight for shit. Like, this cop girl just gives up and she just dies. She gets killed by the fucking the fucking bad guys, and she gets killed by them. And like I said, Joel Kinnaman is dressed like the Punisher, and I'm like, he doesn't even fucking look like the Punisher. I mean, he doesn't have to look like him, but I don't like the way how he fights in this movie. The Punisher fights way better than this fucking joke does. This fucking skinny anorexic motherfucker. He can't fight for shit. Fucking the Punisher kicks more ass than he does. Because, like I said, this guy sucks ass at fighting. He can't fight for shit in this movie. I don't get why they wrote him so shitty at fighting. He's great at shooting guns and knives, but he sucks ass at fighting, though. So the whole big shootout happens at the place, at the hangout, all the fucking thug-ass people are at. He starts shooting them and shit. The action is not that bad, I'm not gonna lie. The John Woo action, I do really enjoy it, but it's nothing like Hard Boiled or Hard Target. It's nothing like those movies. Way far from that. Way far from those. No, it's not even close to those movies at all. Definitely not there. But I still don't mind the action here. I mean, it could have been done a lot better than that. It just feels like another John Wick movie, even though the producer of John Wick produced this film, but it is what it is. So he does what he does. He shoot up these people up. I mean, I like the scenery inside the hangout. I really like the music in there. I like the scenery they had in there. There's times that this shit does remind me of the Punisher, but not fully remind me of the Punisher, because this guy can't fight shit like the Punisher. But there's like another scene I really like that much, like this whole car chase scene where he had with this guy on the bicycle, on the motorcycle thing. That scene was pretty mid. He just fucking bumps his car into him and starts shooting at him or something like that. It wasn't really that special at all. I thought it was pretty mid at best. Then his whole fight scene, like I said, he goes to the place. They start shooting these motherfuckers in there, and he does a really good job shooting the gun. And then the cop detective guy shows up there also, and fucking Joe Kinnatitty struggle with this bald Chinese dude. Like, he has like a hard fucking time fighting this dude. Like, he struggles fighting this motherfucker. He sucks ass at fighting. Joe Kinnatitty's character is so ass at fighting in this movie. I'm like, why is he so ass? I'm like, this is so terrible, his fighting he does in this movie. I'm like, what the fuck? Why did he so shitty in his fighting? Like, I don't understand why the character didn't go learn like martial arts or judo or something like that. Like I said, he'd probably be like, oh, it'll take me forever to do that. He learned how to use a fucking combat knife from YouTube. He can do the same thing with the martial arts. I guarantee he'd be pretty decent at it if he just learned from there. He would whoop everyone's ass. But I guess, I don't know, maybe Joel Kinnatitty didn't want to learn martial arts behind the scenes or anything like that, I guess. I don't know. He should have. We've been a lot fucking better. But I guess John Woo didn't want him doing that. So anyways, he struggles fighting him, which I thought, oh god, he could have been done a lot better fighting this dude. If the detective wasn't there, this dude would have been fucking dead. I guarantee it. If the detective guy wasn't there to save his ass, he would have been dead. Because the detective guy shoots the bald Chinese man in the shoulder. Joel Kinnaman had the advantage, and he shoots the bald guy in the head. And then they move on to, well, before that, fucking, the detective, he had like 2 guns. He was bang, 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 shoot these motherfuckers. I was like, this shit's awesome. He shoot with 2 guns and shit. That's pretty cool. He shoot like Max Payne. I was like, when I saw that scene, that reminded me of Max Payne, because Max Payne used 2 guns like that too. And I remember in the video game, he always used 2 guns and start shooting these motherfuckers. He's like, bang, 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 bang. I wish they did that more in the movie, but they didn't. They didn't do that more in the movie with that character like that. I thought that was pretty awesome. So many missed opportunities in this movie. So many missed opportunities with the guns and shooting and shit. It's just so generic. It wasn't there for me at all. It doesn't even feel like a John Woo film. Maybe John Woo's just rusty. I don't know. Maybe it's been such a long time since he did some of these type of movies. He's just rusty. I don't know. That could be the case. That could be the case. So afterwards, now they struggle with this fucking drugged up ass bitch who's on what's that drug Jesse used to take in Breaking Bad with that other bitch that he used to be his girlfriend, Jane. What was that drug they take together? I think it was hold on, I'm trying to remember. I used to know the name all the time of that drug. All the time. I used to say it all the time. Heroin. So this bitch is on like heroin. She's basically the boss's girlfriend, and somehow Joe Kinnatitty and the black guy struggle against her. I'm like, what is so hard about this bitch? She just has like a mini fucking machine gun, mini submachine gun, and they struggle with this bitch. And it's not hard. Just pop her in the head and kill her. But somehow they like struggle with this cunt. I don't get what is so hard about this fucking bitch. It's not even that hard. And once like Joel Kinnaman gets close to her and shit, he like stops attacking her, and she gets him this sad look in her face. He falls for it. He fucking falls for it, because guess what? She attacks him again and starts shooting at him, put bullets in him, and he gets pissed off and kills her. Why did you do that in the fucking first place, you retard? Why did you kill her in the first place? You know she's just fucking with you the whole time. Are you kidding me with this shit? She's a bad guy. She's a drugged up bitch. Like, I don't get these characters in this movie. Like, this character is a soft, pathetic wimp, and people keep calling him the Punisher. The Punisher would have smoked that bitch in seconds. He would give her a shot in hell to get to. He would give her a shot in hell. He would just smoke her head, and that's it. She would have been dead. Punisher is not no fucking bitch like this character. He would have wiped the floor right away. I don't know why people keep calling this dude the Punisher. This character is not even the Punisher. He's a wimp. He's a fucking wimp. Wimpy. So anyways, now they face the final boss. This bald head, ugly motherfucker with an ugly ass fucking tattoo on his face. Like some big cat's claw his fucking head or something like that. Like, claws his big ass bald forehead. Just claw the shit out of it. So he gets in a fight with him, which, like I said, he struggles. He just lets Joel Kinnaman just lets this dude just shoots him. He just let this dude just shoot him in a couple of times. Well, why did he dodge that shit? Why did he just jump out of the way and start shooting him? I don't get this. I don't get this character. He just lets this bad guy just shoot him a couple of times in the chest. You just let him do that to you, dude? Are you kidding me with this movie? Like, this guy's a wimp and a retard at the same time. You just let this guy just shoot him. So he gets shot a couple of times, and I think the black guy like shoots him, and then fucking Joe Kenatitties chokes a guy to death and kills him. And him and the black guy both bleed to death. The end. They both die in the end. Great fucking ending, is it? And his wife was at his son's grave with a choo-choo train that hit Joe Kenatitties bought for his son to put on the choo-choo train. And she was there putting flowers at the grave. The fucking end. What a great fucking movie, wasn't it? Huh, I really enjoyed this movie. Yeah, fucking right. Oh my god, this is one of the worst I ever seen. Ugh. The action wasn't that bad. It's just the story is just lame. Like, how the fuck is everybody else silent? I don't get it. I know the movie's called Silent Night. I know, but he lost his vocal cords. He's the only one supposed to be silent. He's the only one that's supposed to be talking. Everyone else should be talking. Is it because John Woo's too lazy to write the script or something? He's too lazy to write dialogue? I don't know. Maybe I should look at on fucking IMDb or something like that. Maybe look at some on some facts or something like that. Maybe give you some information. Nope, no really information on here at all. Not really to say. Look, it's just nothing on here. It just says Silent Night marks John Woo's American directional comeback, making the first American film he directed since 20 years ago. A movie called Paycheck with Ben Affleck. I never watched that one, but there's nothing really here to really talk about in this. No important information for facts and trivia. Wow, like this movie is just, what a fucking disappointment, man. John Woo coming back for 20 years, and he's like rusty as hell. This movie is just not it for me. I don't mind the action, but his character sucks ass at fighting, and the whole time he was fucking whining about his son getting killed. He's sitting in his room like a baby, crying about it and shit. And I don't get what the point of this is, because at the end they both die. Him and the detective, they both die at the end, hold each other's hands on the ground, making out and shit. I don't get what is so great about this film. Now I gotta say why it's a 5.9 IMDb now. This movie has so many missed opportunities. So many missed opportunities. They really screwed this one up. Oh man, they really flipped the table on this movie. Like, they had a chance to make this really great, but like I said, maybe John Woo's just rusty because he haven't did these type of movies in such a long time. It just takes time to actually write something good again. Like I said, I still don't understand why everybody else is silent, but I still don't get that part, because is he only supposed to be silent because he lost his voice? He lost his vocal cords? Like, he should be only be silent. Everyone should be talking. I don't get it, and I don't understand it. And I didn't know the detective guy is played by Kid Cudi. I'm not really a fan of that guy, especially his music. I'm not really crazy about him as a rapper, especially the time he was wearing a dress that one time. I lost a lot of respect for him because of that. Yeah, this movie is just not it for me. It could have done a lot better. I was hoodwinked and swindled and tricked because it says a John Woo film, and like I said before I saw this movie, it was gonna be a generic, boring ass movie, and it was. I can't believe it. John Woo directed a generic ass movie. Like I said, before it came out, I saw the trailer. I was like, "This is another generic ass movie. I'm not even gonna fucking see this." It said John Woo's directed. I was like, "Holy shit! I gotta go see this." John Woo directed it. It's still a generic ass movie. I can't believe it. A legend like John Woo directed a garbage ass movie. I can't believe it. Just like Walter Hill when he came back and directed that shitty Western movie, and that shit was fucking low budget as hell. This movie's not even low budget, is it? It doesn't look like low budget, but Walter Hill movie was like really low budget. And I'm like, what the fuck kind of show is that movie? I'm not gonna lie, this movie did have a great build up of him training and working out, learn how to use a combat knife, how to use a gun. we had a great build up, and then it fall flat because he sucks ass at fighting, and the action could have been done a lot better. I like they both die at the end. I mean, I could understand if they die in a more better way than the way they died in the movie. It could have been done a lot better how they got killed off, but they did it in the most lamest way possible. And he keeps getting his ass kicked by the easiest fucking people ever. This bald Chinese dude, especially this fucking female chick. I'm like, she is so easy to beat, and they had to like struggle against her. Like they don't dodge, they don't jump and start shooting at her. They don't do any of those type of things at all. This movie has none of that hard target shit where, you know, Van Damme and this bald dude were running towards each other, shooting at each other and shit through the walls. None of that's like that in the movie. None of that shit's like that in the movie. I wish it was like that in the movie, though. None of that happens. I would like that if that happened with him and Kid Cudi started shooting that bitch just like they did in the Hard Target. It would have been great like that, but none of that shit happened. It was just a generic ass shoot around. I'm like, what the fuck is this? It's just like a regular shoot around movie. Like, John Woo directed this, and this is the best he does? He directed a lot of masterpieces better than this. But it still bothers me how they struggle with that woman. How the fuck they struggle that hard with this chick? She just have a mini submachine gun. Just pop her in the head and kill her. Please. It's so simple. Fucking Joel Kinnaman gets soft for her because she started making these sad faces. He falls for her and he gets shot by her and he gets pissed off and shoots her and kills her. Should that in the fucking first place, buddy. Don't just get soft for her. Like I said, the real Punisher would just fucking smoked her right away. No mercy. But somehow these fucking people on YouTube keep calling this a Punisher movie. It's not a Punisher movie. This guy's not like Punisher. This guy's an amateur. This character's a fucking amateur. He's not like the Punisher. The Punisher will fucking get this dude a wedgie, and he'll start crying about it. Oh yeah, before that, they had this stupid, weird, pathetic scene where he's coming out of the like a bowling alley or something like that. And he started hugging this random kid that looks like his son. And he started hugging him, squeezing him tight, like he's a pedophile or something like that. And his woman comes out the door and takes the kid away from him. I'm like, what the fuck was that all about? That was one of the weirdest scenes I've ever seen in movie history. Like, what the fuck? Then all of a sudden, the bad guys were there, and they're hanging out, and this bald prick boss dude was there. You know, the guy he's after, he's giving away money to children, and he tries to stab him and shit. I'm like, now's not the time, dude. You're supposed to do it when the time comes. And he tries to do something with them, but he bumps into this one of his boys, and then this fucking drugged up bitch pours slushy over Joe Kinnatitty's face. She starts laughing at him when he's on the ground, and she just walks away, gets in the car with the bad guys, and they drive off. Pointless scene. That part should have been cut out of the movie. That shit was fucking stupid. Stupid ass part. He should not even try to do anything right away. He should have just waited. He should have just walked away and left. You should do it at the right time. That was not the right time. Especially there's fucking kids around and shit. Fucking idiot. Especially he should learn martial arts. If he learned martial arts, he would not struggle against these fucking people at all. But he doesn't. He doesn't learn about martial arts. He gets his ass kicked most of the time when he fights. He's a terrible fighter. At least there's some fucking UFC or something, you idiot. Man. Do some ballerina moves. Flip in the air. Shoot electricity out of your hands. Do something, for Christ's sake. But that's it. Maybe John Woo's just rusty. He's just getting back into his form, I hope. I'm going to try to give him another chance, John Woo. I'm giving him another chance. This is just this movie he did in a long, long time. So I'm going to give him another chance once he does come out with another one in the future. I hope.